But let's start with Manchester United and the news that we brought you a couple of hours ago. Casemiro will leave Old Trafford at the end of his contract this summer. Well, he spent 4 seasons at United. He's won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and he's had this to say about leaving. I will carry Manchester United with me throughout my entire life. We still have a lot to fight for together. My focus will, as always, remain on giving my everything to help our club succeed. Well, this came out of the blue. Dharmesh, we've been reporting that this decision was made some time ago. Why are United telling us now?
You say it came out of the blue. I don't think it's entirely a surprise that we're hearing that Manchester United and Casemiro will be parting ways at the end of the season. This decision was actually made in advance of today, and a couple of reasons why it might be announced today is Manchester United and Casemiro wanted to control the narrative, number one, so there's no talk and speculation about Casemiro's future. And I guess for Casemiro himself, it gives him clarity because there's a World Cup at the end of the season. He will then be in a position where he knows where his future is going to be because his representatives will no doubt be able to speak, well, they can already speak to clubs outside England ahead of signing a pre-contract agreement if he wanted to do that, or come the end of the season, just focus on the World Cup and then look at every option that he has got and then make an informed decision with all of the choices that he might have at that point. Another reason that Manchester United probably are looking at this situation and thinking, do you know what, we know we've got an option to extend Casemiro's deal for a further year, but he is one of the highest earners at Manchester United. And I think that could have played a huge part in Manchester United deciding, actually, we need to start moving forward once Casemiro has left, because he's not, clearly with his age, not going to be part of the long-term plans for Manchester United. So maybe this is the time to say, right, thank you for your service. It's time to move on, and we can then reinvest those wages, those big wages, on another player when we do make those signings.
All right, so on that note then, what does this mean for their transfer plans?
Nothing immediately. Their immediate plans in terms of what they look to do in this winter window remain unchanged. We've been reporting their main priority in 2026 is signing 1, if not 2, top central midfielders. With Casemiro departing, you'd suggest perhaps they'd be looking at 2 rather than 1 now, though saying that there was perhaps always an expectation that Casemiro would be departing this summer because he turns 34 next month and as Dharmesh was saying there, in terms of those wages, he's in a position whereby he's one of the highest earners at the football club right now, and Manchester United do not want to be seen to pay these extortionate wages anymore. Their focus remains signing these top central midfield players in the summer. We know they'll be more gettable then. They'll be easier to do those deals unless there's a unique market opportunity whereby somebody like Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson, Adam Wharton or João Gomez became available now. But the situation they're in, the situation their clubs are in, makes it very unlikely that those clubs want to sell those players at this stage of the season. Casemiro has enjoyed a really, really good period for Manchester United of late. It was felt that maybe 18 months ago he wasn't going to be a player that would feature for Manchester United. It was felt by some pundits that his legs had gone and the football had left him. Well, he's shown in recent time he still has a key role to play for Manchester United. United don't want to commit to those type of wages, but saying that, the replacement won't be cheap.
Manchester United have officially confirmed that veteran midfielder Casemiro will depart the club at the end of the 2025-26 season when his contract expires in the summer. The 33-year-old Brazilian, who joined from Real Madrid in 2022 for a fee rising to £70 million, has made 146 appearances, scoring 21 goals and helping secure the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and reaching a Europa League final. Despite a 1-year extension option tied to appearances, the club has decided not to trigger it, marking the end of his 4-year stint at Old Trafford. Casemiro has expressed deep gratitude in an emotional statement, saying he will carry the club in his heart forever and that he knows when to say goodbye while feeling respected. A special farewell is planned for the final home game of the season against Nottingham Forest, allowing fans to honour his contributions. This departure aligns with Manchester United's midfield rebuild under current management, clearing space for younger, dynamic talent. As one chapter closes, another exciting prospect emerges. The signing of Brighton's highly rated young midfielder Carlos Baleba appears increasingly imminent this summer. The 22-year-old Cameroonian has been a long-term target for United, with reports indicating growing confidence in securing him. Previously priced out by Brighton's high demands exceeding £100 million, a drop in his valuation and the club's strategic planning have boosted optimism for a deal that could break their transfer record. Baleba's dynamic style, Premier League experience, and energy make him an ideal replacement to inject youth and vitality into the engine room. This transition signals a clear shift toward refreshing the squad with promising talent as United aim to regain competitiveness in the Premier League and beyond. Fans can look forward to seeing how this new era unfolds. Please like and subscribe.